Hi everybody. So in this video I'm going to show you guys how I did my oldest guy locks for his class pictures. He got it washed and colored, and I did some interlocks on the ones that needed a little repair. If you want to see how I do it, then keep on watching. Okay, hi everybody. So this is a day before he goes to take his class pictures. Now, this is how his hair looked. Now, I let it woof like this because of this reason. I wanted to, when I did do it, I wanted it to really look good and fresh. So I let him woof for about a month. Okay. So yeah, so he got, if you could see, he got about at least a half an inch of hair around the sides and his perimeter. So normally with his locks, I always take all that off. So he only have hair at the top of his head, because that's what he, sits still for. So basically, that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to take off all that hair that's grown around the side of his head. Now, mind you, my guy has autism and he's nonverbal. So I'm doing what I have to do. This is like our routine when I do his hair, because he is nonverbal and he does have autism. Sometimes he gets a little antsy, and you know, some days be better than others. So at any rate, I did this really, really quick because this is kind of like our routine. So that's why he's sitting really good and still, because this is, our routine as far as when I do his hair. So, but again, some days are better than others, but that's why I'm not sharing what kind of clippers I'm using, what size guards I'm using, because this isn't really a barbering video or anything like that. I'm just letting you guys see the process in which I go through when I freshen up, his locks, and get his hair right for his class pictures. And I had to do a voiceover because he's watching one of his favorite little Disney shows, and I didn't want to, get any copyright infringement. So, yeah. So basically, this is what works for us. I just pretty much take all the hair off the sides, and I give them a good, nice shape up. And yeah, so far so good. He's sitting still pretty good. And normally, when I do take his hair off, like how I'm doing, I'll normally just go ahead on and shape him up around in the face. So I think that's what I'm going to go ahead on and do while I have him sitting down, because it's not easy to, get him in this position. And I was so nervous of, how this was going to go, with the video. But he did pretty good. I was surprised. I was shocked, but yeah, so I figure I might as well just take the hair off of some of the hair down off of his face. Now, he doesn't shave on his own yet. We're still working on that. But I want him to look real nice and polished for his yearbook pictures. And so yeah, so I'm gonna just shape him up real quick, and I'm gonna just line them up around the lips and all that stuff, and take a little bit off of his eyebrows and underneath his chin, and just clean them up, make them look good, clean them up. And like I said, tomorrow is the day before he take his pictures. So I wanted it, to do this close as possible to when he takes his pictures, just in case if I nick him or something like that, which sometimes that happens, that happens. If he does get a little nick or something like that, we'll have a day to work on it and heal it up, but hopefully we're gonna sit still like he's doing pretty good. So far so good. We don't have any nicks or cuts or anything, because these outliners are a little sharp. Now this is the part that always makes me nervous with him, because he leans all the way down because he's ticklish. And there's always something when I, go under his neck to take the hair off. And he knows he's being recorded too. Yeah, so I just figured I'd line him up a little bit more. I can't believe it, y'all. He's going to be taking his high school yearbook pictures. And he's doing good. He's sitting there getting lined up. So yeah, he got real hairy, bushy eyebrows. So I just, trim him up a little bit. I don't make him look like, a girl or anything like that. But, I just make them, because they be bushy at the ends and in certain areas. And his hair is real wiry. So I just, clean him up a little bit. So here I am just shaping them up. And again, I'm not sharing what clippers I'm using on him or anything like that. If you want to know that, then tag me in the comments and let me know. And I'll do another video. But yeah, here he is laughing. And then I started laughing because he's so ticklish. And again, shout out to all my moms with children with autism. Like I said, my guy is on the Lance is on the autistic spectrum. He's nonverbal, and he's in an artistic support program. And Lance was diagnosed with autism when he was 3 years old, and our journey started then. But with the grace of God, Lance has really learned a lot, and he's came a long way. He really has. Okay, so this is what he looks like now. So he has about a good inch of new growth, or about 1.5 inches of new growth on the top of his head. So that's pretty much what I wanted. I wanted his hair to grow out. So when I did do an interlock on him, because I basically have to interlock him as opposed to his brother Isaac, I could just pretty much, palm roll Isaac hair and twist Isaac hair. But Isaac has a more coarser texture. Lance hair is real fine and wiry and soft. So I have to interlock his, because otherwise his twists will just come out, because his hair is so soft at the root. So basically, that's what I'm about to do. And I'm going to show you how you guys, how I do some of his interlocks. And I'm going to repair a couple of them, because you see some of them are really thin. And so yeah, I'm going to give him a deep conditioner, and I'm going to give him some more blonde color. I'm going to freshen up his blonde on the tips. And I'm going to interlock the roots. So basically that's what I'm looking at, trying to figure out which way I'm going to start. Normally I start from the back to the front. Yeah, see, that one is really, really thin, but no problem. We're going to fix that. And I'm not going to fix it on camera because this isn't a video showing how to repair broken locks, which I can do that. So let me know if you guys want to see how to repair locks that are broken, or locks that are really weak like that. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a video of me doing that, and I'll make a video. So that's what I'm doing to that dread right there is interlocking it. Okay, so as you can see right there, you take the needle in and through the hole, and you never go through the same hole twice. You always go from one end. I always go from top to bottom, and then left to right or right to left. And here I'm going to show you guys again. See all of that? That's new growth right there. I'm going to bring you in closer so you can see. That's the new growth. Okay. So you use the lock needle, and I got that lock needle from Amazon. You put the dread in the lock, you pull it over so it won't slide out of the needle. Okay. And then see how my finger went through the new growth? That's how you're going to slide the needle through the new growth, just like that. And you're going to pull it through. Boom, just like that. Now what that does is it tightens the new growth. And I go in a different direction. Boom. Now you can see it's locking. Sometimes I could go in like 3 or 4 times in a different way. It depends on how much new growth, but you don't want it to be too tight down to their scalp. So that's good and locked in. So I don't have to ever worry about that unraveling or anything like that. Here, I'll do another one for you guys. And this is good. I did this with his hair when it was short, because I didn't want to keep having to have him sit and have me twist it. So I just went on ahead and interlocked it when he was in the budding phase. And if you're not sure of what the budding phase is, look it up on YouTube under dreadlocks. And there's tons of videos on what the budding phase looks like when you're on your lock journey, when you're starting a lock journey. Yeah, so you'll have some sparse hairs that'll, won't get caught, but I just twist them on in. And there I'm doing it again. You go through one way and the opposite way. And if I have enough space, I'll go through again, just until it's tight down to his scalp. Not too tight. See there. Now I'm going to do that to the rest of his head. And yeah, so basically the ends, I don't have to really worry about the ends because his ends are mature as far as with the locks. His ends are mature, so they're going to be getting color. So again, that's the needle. And you could get these needles from Amazon. Okay. Yeah, there's my baby saying hi. So I done did all of the interlocks. So as you could see his scalp a little better, but his hair has yet to be washed. So I'm gonna wash it, but I'm gonna do it once I put the blonde on. Now that's a lock needle, and I got that also from Amazon. Now this is the part where I'm going to repair a couple of his dreads that need some repair. And like I said, the interlock needle and the dreadlock needle, the one that I have in my hand now with the wooden handle, you could get those on Amazon. I think I paid about $6 for the dreadlock needle, the one that I have in my hand right there with the wood on it. And it comes in a pack with 2 other needles that you'll need when you're on a lock journey. So again, I'm not really going to show how to use the needles because again, that's another video. If you want to see that, then request that and I'll show you that as well. But I have to do what I have to do real fast while I have Mr. Lance sitting, you know, and cooperating. So I did his repair, and he went to the bathroom and everything, and I got him to sit back down. So I'm about to bleach his bleach his knots, Lord have mercy, bleach the tips of his locks. So I'm going to use a 50 volume developer because again, I need everything to work quickly because Lance don't like to sit that long because of his level of autism. So everything that I need for Lance, I have already. See, I have the aluminum foil that's already cut. You could buy that. I got that from Dollar Tree. So all I have to do is just basically tear it in half. I don't have to fight with the aluminum foil because again, he don't like to sit very long, but he's watching his show. So while he's watched his show, I done mixed up the bleach and yeah. So as you can see, it's only a few of his locks that were blonde. So what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna do just the ones that were blonde. And I think I'm gonna take the blonde a little bit higher up so it'll be more noticeable, especially when he take his pictures. So yeah, as you can see, the blonde has turned into like a honey blonde, but we're gonna take him to like a really light, almost platinum for his class pictures. So yeah, I use again, like I said, the 50 volume developer because with that developer, it works really, really fast. You don't have to wait so long for processing. And don't be like me, everybody. See how I'm using, I'm putting on the bleach on his hair and I don't have on no gloves. But don't do that. Wear gloves because that is a chemical and it will burn you. And for all of you guys who are just tuning in and who don't know, I am a licensed cosmetologist for over 30 years. I got my license in beauty in the early 90s. And I am a barber as well. So I have been doing this by trade for over 30 years. So hair coloring, hair cutting, all that stuff, that's what I do by trade. And I'm also a wig maker as well. So, but again, I am licensed as I am a licensed cosmetologist. So that being said, I know how to work with the 50 volume developer. Now, these locks are Lance's real hair. So even though they are locks, you still have to be careful when you use the 50 volume developer. You have to, put it on, fold it up into the aluminum foil, and it's processing right now as I'm putting it on his hair. His hair is going light. So that's why I chose to use the 50 volume, because again, it is kind of late. It's like 11:30 at night, and I didn't know how well he was going to sit for the process, but I wanted his color to be fresh for his pictures, so I just decided to just pull out the 50 volume developer to just hurry and get it over with. But if you use like a 20 volume, that means you will have to sit longer for it to process. But since we don't want to sit that long, and we still have to wash Mr. Lance's hair and wash this bleach out and condition his scalp and all that stuff, we don't want him to have to sit for a long period of time for his color to come through. Okay, so that's the deal with the 50 volume developer. And I got mine from Sally's. Now, Sally's do require, if you ask for a 50 volume developer, they do require that you show a copy of your cosmetology operator's license, which wasn't a problem for me. But I'm thinking you could purchase 50 volume developer on Amazon. So if you're in need of 50 volume, try Amazon if you don't have a license. If you don't have a cosmetology operator's license, there's always a way around that stuff now. So yeah, I'm just doubling up on the aluminum foil because, when you bleach, the bleach starts to swell inside of the aluminum foil, especially when it starts processing. So yeah, so I don't want the bleach to bleed over on any of his other locks. So because I don't feel like having to dye his other locks black if some bleach get on his other locks. So I just want the ones that I'm pulling out that you could see is like a honey blonde. Those are the ones that I want to be brightened. And I don't think I colored his hair blonde, his locks blonde, since we went to Disney World, like 2.5 years ago. And he was in the budding phase then. When we went to Disney World, his hair wasn't nowhere near as long as it is now. And I didn't take him all the way blonde. I just took him to a honey blonde. And he wanted his green color in his hair. So he wants it tonight. He got his color out of the closet, but I told him he could get green color when it's time to go back to school. Okay, but for class pictures, you're going to just have the blonde. So I just waited 5-10 minutes. It took me about a good 10 minutes. And look how bright they are. I love it. So I washed his hair and conditioned his hair. He has really bad dandruff. So yeah, so his locks are squeaky clean. Some of them are a little longer than some of the other ones. But I'm going to go around and clip them down. And just clean them up. Yeah, see how that one is super, super long. So he doesn't like me cutting his locks. He just want them to grow long and long and long, and I have to tell him, Lance, I'm gonna, trim them up a little bit, and because I want him to stay calm. Yeah, see how he's looking like you're getting ready to cut it. I don't want him to get too mad. See, I have to talk to him, let him know that's how much I'm cutting. He gave me a smile like, okay. And yep, he took it right from me. So I told him, I'm going to just trim him up a little bit, okay? And he was good with that. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just trimming him up a little bit. So when he puts on his cap, they won't be all so uneven. So I'm liking the color. You see how you could see that little piece of ombre of that like honey blonde, and then it goes down into the platinum. I love it. I think it's cute. He's gonna be too much for his class pictures, okay? And so the hair right there in the front of his head, that hair, I don't mind that being like that because he's gonna have on his cap. So I want his scalp to kind of recover. So I'm using all my products. I'm using the avocado oil on his scalp just to help him with dandruff and, keep his scalp nice and healthy. So that's what my avocado oil does. And it also promotes lots of healthy hair growth as well. Avocado oil, and my avocado oil is manufactured by me. And all my oils, growth oils and hair greases are manufactured by myself. I know it's a shameless plug, but that's what I do. So yeah, so I'm just putting some avocado oil on his scalp. And I'm going to put my heavy enriched carrot oil on his ends that have just been bleached, and his ends that, haven't. Because the carrot oil, it promotes strength, and it has a lot of vitamins in it. It has vitamin E in it. And carrot oil actually really helps your hair grow, and it promotes your hair to be much stronger at the ends. And since he just got bleach at the ends, I figured I'd use the carrot oil on his ends. And that's enough to keep his hair nice and moist. And then he could go sit under the dryer for a while for his dreads to dry. And yeah, so shout out to Lance. He did really well. And I was so nervous thinking he wouldn't sit for me to video this. But he got a kick out of seeing himself on the camera. And so there's his glimpse of his little shape up. And I normally take it down low because he don't really like to keep getting, his hair cut, because he have sensory issues, and the clippers make that humming sound, and he doesn't really like that humming sound. So I just lightly, shaped him up. But I took his hair down as close as possible, and yeah, I'm just using the leftover carrot oil. I'm rubbing on his facial hairs, because you could use my carrot oil on your skin as well. and your facial hairs. If you're a guy and you have a beard and you have spots in your beard, like thinning in your beard or mustache, my carrot oil is good for that. Help growing that in, or eyebrows and all that stuff. And it's good for your skin as well. See, look at that. Oh, he ready. He is too ready. Yep. So that's going to be it for Mr. Lance. He's going to go under the dryer, and I'll dry his hair up and then tie his hair down, and he's ready for his class pictures. We're not going to do the green tonight, because like I told him, just be a blonde for, your class pictures, and when it's time to go back to school in another month, then I'll put your green on. So he went and put the color back in the closet, so that meant he was good with that. So I was glad, because I was kind of tired. But yeah, so I'm just, palm rolling some of them, just because they're a little puffy. And that's what you could do. You could roll them in your palm. And I use a little bit of Gorilla Snot gel. Yeah, so you see how you could see that little bit of honey blonde, and then it goes into the light blonde at the tip. I think that's really cute. It's almost like an ombre on his dread. So thank you guys for watching. And remember, we love you guys, and take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll see you in the next one.